guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com. Before this video starts, I just asked you, I'm going to put extra videos for December. That's my holiday present to you. So make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. You don't want to miss those videos. I typically do videos every Monday and Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm probably going to do a Wednesday at 7 a.m. Eastern and maybe sprinkle some extra videos in there. So make sure, again, to subscribe, hit the notification bell. Since I'm giving you extra videos, share this with your friends and get them to subscribe. The higher I can rank with more subscribers between now and January 1st, the more YouTube will plug my videos in 2023. And remember, it's free to like and comment on every video. Let me know what you thought about this video, what I missed, what I should go over, and let me know what car you want me to review next, and I'll try to make it happen. Thanks again for watching. Today I'm going to give you another ownership review on my 2020 M340i xDrive. And this video will be about how much it costs to own one. So we'll go over my lease price, we'll go over servicing, we'll go over maintenance, and so you can really see what it costs to own a car like this. So I bought this car, actually I leased this car June 1st, 2020. So I got it from BMW Tenafly, who I do all the videos from, and this was literally just coming out of the lockdown. So essentially, when I was filling out the lease papers, the finance guy told me that was his first day back in the office. So they were really closed except for a skeleton crew before that. The factories were shut down. There were no more 2020 cars, so you essentially had to buy off the lot. Luckily, I was able to get Portimao Blue. Actually, they did a swap for me because they only had a couple gray ones, and you know how I feel about cars that aren't colorful. And they actually found me a Portimao Blue one. And it was the exact spec I wanted with the black exterior, the Vernasker leather. Pretty loaded car, more options that I wanted because it had all the safety and cruise controls and lane keeping and all that stuff. 360 camera, which I wanted. We went through options in another video, so I don't have to do that here. MSRP was $66,000. Back then they were giving them away. I got, I don't even know, 6,000 off sticker, 8,000 off sticker, something like that, including rebates and stuff. And my lease price with minimum down for fees was about $595 a month. Now I know some of you guys are paying about $800 a month to lease one of these cars. What made me actually decide on this car, because this is a work car, the new M3 wasn't out. In hindsight, I probably would have waited an extra year and got the M3, which came out in 2021. Obviously, that would have been a higher price. I think the lease is for about $1,200 a month on those. But I needed a car. The S8, Audi S8 had a lot of out-of-warranty repairs. I actually traded that in to buy the 2017 911, so I didn't have a daily driver. So the same week I got the 911, purchased the 911, I leased this car as my real estate car, my family car, and it's been fantastic. What I love about it, I'm going to show you some cool features in this. So I'm going to show you a real good feature that I like, and at the end of the video we'll go over what maintenance I had to pay for. Yes, BMW gets free service, but I had some wear and tear I had to pay for. So I fell in love with that B58 engine. It's got 382 horsepower. I think it's 369 foot-pounds of torque. It's a turbocharged 6-cylinder, makes a ton of power. The M version is the S58 engine. This is the B58. Four-door car. 3 Series is now like an E39 M5 size, so you have a pretty big back seat. It definitely is a size bigger than the E46 and E90 M3s that I've had. And but it works great for work. All-season run flat tires. That's the way they're equipped here with xDrive here in the Northeast. I'm in northern New Jersey. I know around the country you can get rear drive and summer tires. You can get that here. You can order it. I know people that have done it. But if you're buying off dealer stock, I guarantee it's going to be run flat tires with xDrive. But that's what I need as a daily driver. So the first video I ever did for BMW of Tenafly was a M340. It was a 2020. It just come out. I think it was like a charcoal gray one or black sapphire, and I fell in love with that car. I had about 8 or 9 BMWs. They were all M cars, and I'm like, wow, 3 Series this good, you know, for a daily driver. It's fantastic. And it's been great. I thought I was averaging, I say in the videos I average about 25 miles to the gallon, but the last couple times I've driven this, I've averaged about 19 to 20, so maybe I have a heavy foot. So I leased it for 3 years, 12,000 mile a year, 3 years, 36 months. Some companies will do 39 months. They do 36 months, BMW, which is cool. So I have 6 months left in the lease. That means I'm 30 months into it. It was $595 with tax, the monthly payment. What else can I tell you about it? So service is free. It used to be, it's a 4-year, 50,000 mile warranty, and service used to be 4 years, 50,000 miles. So when I bought like my 1 Series M and other BMWs, I bought the M2 new, you would get the whole warranty and the whole service. So on my like 1 Series M, I think I bought it had like a year left of warranty plus 1 year left of free service. So the sweet spot I always thought was buy a 3-year-old BMW with 10 or 20,000 miles on it. So you can't do that anymore. The maintenance, the warranty is still 4 years, 50,000 miles, but the free service is 3 years, 36,000 miles, and it's not transferable. So if I sold this, because at one point it was worth more than the residual of the lease, the second owner wouldn't get the free service. So free service has been, annual oil changes, a couple other things. I think they just did the brake fluid in this service. So a couple things to go over here. I decided that I wanted this car. I leased it new, so I would get the free service and the full warranty. I really fell in love with the engine for the car. Certainly as a daily driver, I needed the X-Drive. I'm not crazy about the all-season run flats, but for daily duty, they're fine. And it's been a great car, especially with the free service. No complaints. I love the color. If I got the new M3, it would probably be in this color or Isle of Man green. So a couple features I want to show you. I'll show you real quick. I'll take out the GoPro. And GoPro, start recording. All right, so if you can see it here, I just have the car running with I don't know if I got to keep the car running to show you this. So very easy, go on the screens, and you have a dial here to do it, and you can click on this dial. Very easy to use. I think iDrive is one of the easiest to use. We can go on driving information, and it'll give you trip data, like, when you've driven. So here I'm getting gas mileage 19.3, but 19.6. And then energy flow will just tell you like you're in comfort mode, eco mode. I think it tells you more stuff if you're driving in eco mode. I've used comfort and sport mode. I don't think I've ever used eco mode, even when gas was crazy prices. Sport display, which I love the best, is you got a G meter, then it gives you your horsepower and torque like my M2 did, but that didn't have a G meter. And obviously temperature, and then boost. I never had, I don't think, a boost gauge in a BMW before, but this is, I think, my first turbocharged BMW. So really cool feature that I really enjoy a lot. Problem is, when you're driving, you shouldn't be staring at this screen, and it kind of gives you the red marker, like when you accelerate, where your peak horsepower and torque was, but it'll go away quickly, so you don't really have to time. Like, I wanted to see what my boost is. Maybe it shows it went up to 15, for example. A second later, I look at it, it's already gone. Now, notice this goes up to 400, and my M2 did the same thing. This engine, the B58 engine, is actually rated at 382 horsepower, 369 foot-pounds of torque. We can shut the GoPro off. Actually, let's put it back on. GoPro, start recording. Now, some other cool features that I really enjoy are the backup camera. I have the optional 360 camera, so you can play around with all different views. It has the autonomous parking, which I haven't used yet. It, I think, also parallel park you. It has the backup assistant, which does like the last 20 seconds. You can play around with all the camera images, do different settings. You can get different cameras all over the car and cycle through it, so you can do a 3D view. There's even a car wash view, and I assume the car wash is to help you line up with the tracks in front of you. But it's got a front view, parking view, 360, all different angles. If you want to go through the front, if you're near a pole at work, so it's really, really convenient. This has heated seats, but not cooled seats. So options I would get again, I think they all come with sunroof. I think it is optional. I've never used it. I open it in the winter just to get some light. In the summer, obviously, it'll make your car hot. I never really open it up, so I keep it closed in the summer and the light open, at least the cover open in the winter. Now, you want to know what I paid. So I have maintenance, but the problem is with these cars. So when I leased it originally, I thought I was only going to drive 12,000 miles a year. We still had the 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited. I was so behind on mileage on that. That's really my wife's car. I could put another 12,000 miles on that, and I'd have about 25,000 miles, give or take, to put on daily drivers for my commercial real estate business. I go up and down the Turnpike, New Jersey, leasing warehouses, office spaces all over the place. I even go to other states, New York, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, so I do put a lot of miles on the car. And I don't want to use like my manual transmission collectible cars. I want to use this as daily driver, put everything on these cars. The Jeep is gone now. We got the MDX from DCH Acura, and that's been great so far. We've put a lot of miles on it. I think we're up to like 5,000 miles already on that car. So I did about 13,000 miles. I'm filming this in December, probably put another 1,000 or two. I might hit 14 or 15 this year, depending on my showings and going to holiday parties and events like that that are pretty busy this time of year. And also, I haven't been commuting the office. I've only gone a couple times this entire year. My commute is another 10,000 miles a year. So that means realistically next year, if business stays the same and I'm back in the office, I'll be between 23 and 25,000 a year. So right now, I think I would return this June 1st when the lease is up. 6 more payments left, 6 more months left. My dream would probably be a 2018 M5 CPO. You get 1 year unlimited mileage for the CPO. Maybe you can catch a newer one where you maybe get 2 years because you'll have some of the 4-year 50,000 mile warranty left. The issue with that is if I'm driving 25,000 miles a year for work, what about gas mileage? Right now I just got gas and it's about 460, 465 a gallon here for premium for 93. And yes, we get 93 here in New Jersey. So the service has been free, but I was due for rear tires. So far the brake pads are good. The front tires are starting to wear down. So I'm hoping, you know, 'cause I'm going to put a lot of miles. I may need front tires before this lease is up. I hope that doesn't happen. But for right now, I did rear tires, and let's go over the price of that. I had BMW Tenafly do the rear tires. I mean, I looked on Tire Rack, and they're not a sponsor, but they should be. I've ordered at least 100 tires from Tire Rack over the last, I don't even know, 10 years, probably 100 tires. So I looked on Tire Rack to get rear tires for this car, because you don't have to go through the dealer, and I couldn't find the exact spec. They were either summer or winter, or they weren't run flat. So because this is a lease, like I've leased other cars like Corvettes and stuff, and a lot of times you can put any tires on, they don't care. But in my, leasing an Audi S4, leasing multiple BMWs, they usually want you to have the spec. I don't want to get dinged for that at the end of the lease because I know I'm not buying this car out. So I wanted to put the proper tires on. So I probably could have saved $100 by not going to the dealer, but they have the exact tire. I won't have to worry about dinged for a lease. So if I needed 4, it would have been $1,700. So that, and with a lease up in 6 months, that's insane. So I only had to do, at least for right now, 2 rear tires. Winter's coming up. It hasn't snowed yet, but it will soon. So I want to have, fresh meat on the rear, so it's $850. So that's the answer. That's my running cost, because the service is free for 3 years, 50,000 miles. I'll be under 50,000 miles for my lease. I have about 22,500 while I'm filming this. I expect I'm probably going to be about 25 at the end of the year by December 31st. And hopefully those front tires hold up until the lease is up in June. I don't know, may not make it. But so the service has been free the whole time. I'm under the free service contract. So now I just have $850 unexpected expense. But that's what happens on 3-year leases. So when leases came out 20 years ago, they used to do 2-year leases instead of 3, and then obviously the costs go back to you. With the Jeep, we got lucky. We were able to trade that in with, before we needed the brakes, there were all 4 tires. Again, it had higher tread wear tires as well. So we'll see what happens with this. It's still been a great lease, and I highly recommend this car. If you don't need all the horsepower, I highly recommend the BMW 330 as well. Let me know what you want me to lease or buy next. Leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you want to review next, and I'll try to make it happen. Remember, you're going to have extra videos for December, so make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button, and like and comment every video. It's free to do so. And also, I'm giving you more videos as your holiday present. Please share my channel with some of your friends and ask them to subscribe as well. The higher I can rank January 1st, the more YouTube will plug me next year, the more subscribers I can get between now and January 1st. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.